Hey, hello friends. Welcome to my channel SAP SD and ABAP League Support. So, in our previous video, we discussed about what is SAP S4 HANA data migration and why it is so important to understand this migration process and the advantages in data migration in SAP S4 HANA and what challenges that that we can expect. And coming to the limitations, also we discussed. So today we will see the planning, the data migration process. Okay, so in planning, we have a few steps that we need to follow. The first thing is that assessing current landscape. The second one, defining migration objectives and scope. Third one, identifying the key stakeholders. Fourth one, creating the migration timeline. And the last one is budgeting and resource allocation. Again, I'm re-emphasizing that these things will be done by the management end only. The project manager, a project lead, they will have this discussion with the stakeholders, with the business. Then the functional consultant or technical consultant will go and do the migration process. But anyways, it's good to know the higher level process what they are undergoing in case of a data migration. Okay, let's understand step by step. The first one is that assessing your current landscape. Okay, so this step involves a comprehensive analysis of existing IT environment to understand the starting point of our migration journey. So we should understand the first thing that what current landscape that the customer is using, whether they are using the ECC or R3 or they are using different ERP altogether or they are using some other not ERP, they are using some other tools to run their day to day their business. So we should understand that. So thorough analysis of the existing IT infrastructure can be done here, and we should evaluate the compatibility. Okay, the compatibility should be evaluated of the legacy systems with SAP S4 HANA. We should check the compatibility between the legacy system and S4 HANA. And if any kind of improvement is required, means that also can be done in this phase only. And we can complete conclusion saying that the data structures, the volumes, and the quality of the data, everything we can finalize in this step, accessing the current landscape. The next step is that defining the migration objectives and scope. So in this phase, we will clearly set a goal for the migration project team, ensuring the alignment with business objectives. So in this step, we will clearly highlight that the goals of this migration and we will decide which data needs to be migrated. Suppose, for example, the customer using the R3 system or the ERP system, I mean ECC system, SAP ECC only for 20 years. 20 years means in the system we have lots of data will be available. So many data will be available, right? And it's not required to migrate all the data from the system to S1 system, not required. So we need to focus on the key data only. So that will be finalized in this step. And the next we will think about the approaches. So there are different approaches available in the migration, like greenfield, brownfield, and hybrid mode. So based on the requirement from the client, we can decide that which which way the project can go, either hybrid or brownfield or greenfield. So this will be considered in the defining migration objectives and scope. The third one is identifying the key stakeholders. So in this step, we will come to conclude that the relevant people or parties going to involve in this migration project. That means we need to gather a project team from everyone, right? So functional guys, SAP SD functional guys, and finance guys, P2P, MM. So depends on the volume, the data in the system. We need to decide how many SAP SD consultant we need in this project, how many consultant, how many logistics consultant. Like this, we should finalize that. So the project team organizing will takes place in this phase only, and we will have a data experts and technical specialists and business stakeholders in this process only, in this step only, and we will define the roles and responsible for each and every team, what they need to do, how they need to proceed. That will be finalized in this step, identifying the key stakeholders. And the next one is creating the migration timeline. So we need to specify the timeline for this, right? So when the project going to start and when it is going to end, that will be the time limit should be set here. Based on that only, we can plan our activities. So we should have a detailed project schedule, and we should have the key milestones and deliverables, and how long it will take for that validating the data, and how long it will take for completing the testing, right? And how long the system will be go down, right? Those things will be finalized in the timeline, migration timeline only. And the next one is that budgeting and resource allocation. So we should have proper financial planning and resource management should go together to complete the migration project in a successful manner. Proper financial planning and resource management both should be together, then only the data migration project will be successfully completed. So in this phase, we will analyze that the estimate of the cost for software, hardware, and personnel, and if any training required for the teammates, for that also we should have the estimation. And in case of improving the quality of the data migration, we should have some training sessions, and we should allocate some buffer budget also for unforeseen situation scenarios, because every time the plan might deviate in some point of time. We might expect some unexpected things. To handle that unexpected things, we should have some budget allocated to that also. So these many things will be considered in the planning of the data migration in SAP S1 project. Again, I'm saying that this is not required for us to understand as a consultant. It will be done by the higher level management team only, project teams, project leads only. But still, it's good to know about the having this knowledge. If you have any questions, queries, means please do let me in the comment section. We can continue this data migration in our another session. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.